you a letter, would I have a chance? Would you read my letter if I had it sent? If I wrote you a
Hello everybody and welcome back for, what, how many weeks now we've been doing Red Dead? We left it last week. We just gotten over to the Mexican border kind of area. We would like unlock the area under the river. But before we get started, there was something I need to do every time we do an Xbox stream that I forgot to do. And if this goes wrong, it means that I'm going to have to restart the stream. This is why I do it beforehand. Definitely pipe, indeed. There we go, sound check passed. I always play the clip because it's a clip I've got handy, so that I can hear that there's no distortion in the audio. Because you can't always tell with some of the background music and stuff. I think we had like 2 quests open to us on the south side of the river. Oh, that's really loud in my headset. Yes, JD, we will be streaming it at some point, just not probably for a few more months. Because it's rather expensive, unless it's on Game Pass. But I think for the remake, though, I think I'd want to play it on the PC, where I can turn everything up to 11. See, is it nighttime outside? But I really enjoyed the Dead Space series. Well, it is daytime, it's just wet. But we have played through Dead Space 1, 2, and 3. Over on the YouTubes. Did I turn that down? Yes, I did. Alright, there's someone that says LR. Let's go and do the LR quest. I actually have a few, like, tie-in sort of novels as well with Dead Space, which I've got them. I've never actually got around to reading them yet. Have you seen the come back between 7 a.m. and 10? Alright, it's daytime. It must be the evening. Right? Let's go back up to our room and sleep. Somewhere around here, wasn't it? We have to go. Was this the room? Yeah, I think this is our house. We should have to get in on this side. Save game. Flip it, Mr. Smith. It's awesome. See, I remember when the trailer came out for it. It was like at some point last year. Because one of the things I remember they saying there was going to be like no loading screens. It was all going to be kind of like continuous. Because obviously, whichever engine they're using now, it can load it as it goes. Okay, cutscene, maybe.
Muy interesante. Gracias, amigos. Mr. Marston, how the devil are you?
I'm fine. How are you, Mr. Ricketts?
I'm good. I'm glad you're here because these men were just telling me about Mr. Escuela.
Javier Escuela?
Emilio, let me ask you something. His nombre is Javier Señor Escuela? Is Javier to see?
No sé, señor.
He doesn't know.
I got that bit. Ask him, was he about 5'8"? Mustache? Did he have an American in tow? A big American?
Emilio, the Stabacon, grande Americano?
Yo no sé.
No.
Again, I got that.
But they do have his sister. Emilio's, I mean. She's a fine young woman, a teacher, a human being. Not the clothed vermin so many people seem to have turned into.
Tell him I'm sorry.
When a man's family is involved, you need a little more enthusiasm than mere apologies.
I have enough worries, sir. This man's problems pain me, but they're not quite my own.
Those who sit on the fence make a choice, in their own way. Don't you think, Mr. Marston?
Of course. And what about you, Ricketts? A man living in the past? Man who ran away from home? What choice did you make?
I'll tell you what choice I made. I'm a fighter, sir, and I'll fight to the end. I think we should get going.
There we go. As always, I won't talk over the cutscenes where I can. And what's that there, Samwise? See, you're saying it's snowing, it's all covered up. Frodo should be doing all that work, clearing all that away anyway. You got to get your money's worth out of him. He's such a part-timer, that lad.
I've been hearing some things.
Yeah, no messing around. You don't want to make yourself any worse.
Is that so?
Remember what happened last time?
Haven't gone exactly in your favor.
Funny how everyone seems to know my business, but nothing about the men I'm looking for.
It isn't easy getting the locals to talk.
Whereabouts are we going? We're just following this bloke. What sort of mischief have you all been causing today, then? Oh, take a seat. We're going on a train ride.
It's the only way to travel, so they keep telling me. We'll get off at Casa Madrugada and ride from there.
No, it says skip the destination, but we're not going to. You're causing chaos and pandemonium, Mr. Smith. And evening, Chrissy, and welcome in. There's no troublemaker. I'm just going to check the map for a second, just whilst we're travelling. I just want to know how far we're going. So there's the train lines, and that's where we're heading. And we're going to ride the train all the way there. What's that there? Just using my butt to put a bigger dent in the couch again. That's the way to do it, Samwise. Yeah, choo-choo, Chrissy. What sort of mischief you getting yourself up to, Chrissy? Should we do Train Simulator again? And get stuck on a platform for half an hour and not be able to figure out why the hell the engine won't turn back over. I kind of want to restart that game from scratch. Like, erase whatever save we had. Because the very first time I loaded it up just to make sure it was all working, it did like a tutorial. And I couldn't get back into the tutorial when we were on stream. And there was like a month separated between testing the game and I was actually streaming it. Are we there? Is this the town we're heading to? Nope. Is it going to stop here, though, or is it going to just keep going? That's the question. Nope, it's going straight through. This is the place where we had the final, like, zombie-type fights. Like, where they extended of the zombie fights and the Undead Nightmare? Was it called Undead Nightmare? Nap this evening, 14 Junior, and you're just having your tea now. Well, I hope you brought enough for the rest of the class. See, eventually, when we get the train line done on the server, this will be what the entire stream's like. Because how many hours did you calculate it would take to travel the distance, Chrissy? How quickly does a fully powered minecart travel? How quickly can it travel 117,000 blocks? Well, actually, technically more, but just like rounding it down. Must be getting close to this town. didn't have to pay for this train fare. If they were going to charge, I would have just rode the horse. It's probably taking the same time. Now that was really a missed opportunity. They could have had some game dialogue in there. Like the crazy dialogue that we had on Wednesday night. I need to clip that out after the stream. Got a list a mile long of things I have to do tonight after the stream. Someone remind me I've got to go and spend that $50 voucher. Because I don't know what the expiry date is on it. But I think they've got a sale on their website at the minute. See, my horse got here before we did.
Come on, first stop, El Matadero.
Company Ricketts.
We need to find a man called Carlos. I was told he could help us. We'll
Those Ricketts is a difference from dysentery.
Keep your gun holstered for once.
You're the hero around here, Mr. Ricketts, not me. What does the army want with this Luisa girl anyway?
She's a rebel, and apparently close to their leader, Reyes. She's a pretty young thing. That's normally reason enough for Allende.
So I've heard.
She's a good woman, a teacher. If they lay a finger on her, I swear I'll feed those bastards their balls. Get
Are we shooting these people?
Looks kind of sleepy, don't it? All right, let's find this Carlos guy.
I'm trying to remember what the controls are now. That makes them run a bit. On a side note, I need to try and remember what the controls are for GTA.
Carlos,
See,
we're here for Luisa. She's still being held up in the caves?
yes. She's still up there. Who's the cowboy?
We're here to help.
Muy bien. I can distract the guards. You and the gringo can get inside.
Let's do it.
I will keep them talking, senor. The rest I will leave to you.
All right, let's find Luisa.
What did we come here for? I was only half listening to the introduction to the mission. Are we going to rescue somebody? Is that what our quest is?
Hey, stay away from me.
Wait in cover. He's going to get shot, isn't he? He's not making it home tonight. Make sure our rifle is selected, because that seems to be the gun that we've had the most success with. Come on, pick up the pace a bit.
Hey, hola. ¿Qué tal?
¿Qué quieres? ¡No puedes estar aquí!
Hace calor hoy. Bien bochornoso, ¿verdad?
No lo voy a decir otra vez. ¡No puedes estar aquí!
Oye, soy yo, Carlos. Pues trabajo en el matadero.
No me importa quién eres. Esta es una zona militar prohibida. Vete a casa.
Me gustan sus botas. Muy bonitas. Mi hermana tiene las mismas.
Pinche campesino de mierda. Te voy a colgar al lado de tu cerdo.
Váyanse al infierno, traidores.
Oh, I was expecting them to go red so we could shoot them.
Long enough.
How do we stand up again? There we go.
Follow me. We'll shoot our way in there.
Oh, we could have shot them. Why didn't we just shoot the guys at the gate anyway? Better here's ammunition.
Damn it.
¡Te voy a matar!
Oh, no, you don't.
Guess it's too late to talk about things.
Don't give him any room.
This ain't looking good.
I wonder if there's any explosive barrels.
Nearly there.
Alright, that's a dead end. I'm sure he'll be fine. He seems tough.
What the hell? Drop that bastard, Marston. What are you doing back there?
I'm waiting for you to shoot them all.
Stay with me. Keep at him, Marston.
Pretty fast for an old man, isn't he?
Come on, boy. Hey, must be this door. Looks like we might need a little dynamite to get it open. Keep watch while I get it ready.
Yep, I take it they're going to start coming down here.
Try getting up from that!
Happy jump. Ooh, that guy took both rounds.
Ain't your life worth living?
All right, get back behind that table.
I thought he was getting all this ready. Shouldn't he be just ready to go then? What was he doing whilst we were shooting all those people? Taking a nap?
Stand back, damn it! Here goes.
It says it's going to be some sort of a trap.
Poor girl's barely alive. Right, let's see if we can all get out of here in one piece.
My apologies, mister.
Oh, wrong way, wrong way. I take it we're shooting. Ooh, I didn't know that we could do. Which of a game is it that we played where we could put the rifle underneath their chin and blow their heads off? There was another one that we've done where we could do that. Come on, pop your head up.
You're all dead, amigo!
Are these the two that must have been at the
Marston, come on, this is our chance.
waiting at the door before?
Looks like Carlos left us some horses. Come on.
Anytime. He's not really rushed this fella, is he?
Let's go before any more of them show up.
Faster! I'm wide open here! Whoa!
Oh, that had to be a plum shot, surely. There's another one down. If we just walk slowly out, we can just, if we spot them. Come on. Is he still alive? No, he's gone to sleep. There's 3 more left. What's that there? Need to rig up one of those. What you been breaking? I got reload. Evening, Gary. Welcome in. We're back on Red Dead this evening.
Come on.
I think there's still a couple more. Yeah, still at least 2 more to kill there.
Come on, then.
Possibly 1 more left. A remote control Jeep with a snowplow. More commonly known as a Frodo.
¡Maten a la chica!
Oh.
¡No aguantamos a traidor!
There we go, I think we got them all. Though it sounds like he's still shooting at somebody. How do we... There's definitely somebody still shooting at us. Ooh, what's up there? Chrissy, I was thinking about replacing my laptop's battery. As it won't turn on. It's either the battery's gone or the charger isn't working. Have you got a meter for checking the transformers? Because, or have you got anywhere else an alternative transformer with the same spec? Because I find that more often it's the transformer that's gone. I mean, my laptop that I've got at my feet here, in what, I've had that one for well over 10 years, and I've had to replace the transformer twice just because it just wears out. But if you're taking the battery out, and is it not booting? Like when you take the battery out and you have it plugged with the mains line plugged in.
Before they send more guards. Damn, where the hell is Carlos? I thought he was meeting us here. Where is he? Something doesn't feel right here.
What's that there, Mr. Smith? Did you see I think a SnowRunner update? They're bringing out... No idea what that came from. It's just Mr. Smith going mad, is it, in the background? I'm good, but I'm on the Valheim tonight. I don't, unfortunately, I might have to ask my dad to see if he's got one. Yeah, I mean, the Transformers normally only cost, I think the last one I got was about £9. It depends on the battery, like for which model of laptop as well you've got. Oh, where's he gone?
Luisa, gracias a Dios.
Thank you for saving me. You're good men. Friends of the people of this land.
Was someone named Harvey Escuela one of the men holding you?
No, I don't know. I don't think so. But I remember that name from prison. Bad people spoke of him.
I told you, John, he's still in Mexico.
Okay, then. I guess we'll keep looking.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished. Yay! What's there, Chrissy? Oh, you say is your machine one of the ones where the battery doesn't just like pop out? It's the one where you've actually got to crack it open and unscrew and fiddle with all the innards to get it out. I've got well, actually, it's downstairs at the minute. This laptop there, I've got want to do a RAM upgrade on it, and I have to strip the entire thing out. Like everything has to come out the chassis just to get to where the that part of the board is. It's a right pain in the ass. Let's just check the map for where we want to go next. Oh, what does that symbol mean? Oh, poker. And oh, we can play the liar's dice here as well. Should we go and try the liar's dice? I've played that for a long time. Yeah, I remember, see if I remember how it still works. Other things as well, Chrissy. May sound the CMOS battery. Because I've had machines in that wouldn't boot, and all I had to do was swap out that. Right, let's have a little wander into this pub here. As we leap off that. I notice that on my mini PC I use handle that right under yeah, is that like the mini PCs that I do for my customers, all I got to do with those is pull the little lever on the side, it pops the lid off, and that's everything. Everything is just grabby, you know? There's 4 screws I've got to take off the bottom to add a second hard drive, and you're away.
Unfortunately, I've got a wife.
Liar's dice interest you at all, friend?
My kind of game.
Okay, so what was that? Each round requires callback. Yeah, go on.
There's my money.
Put 20 quid down. The thing I always get mixed up with this game is the which way around to escalate it each time. Right trigger. They say the easiest way to do it is to bet on your own. Did we have a one? We have a one. Okay, I'll enter bid.
I'm gonna bid. I don't know about you.
Oh, I take it that little jiggle in our background is my external hard drive turning off and on again. Yes, it is.
Me on this? It's the truth.
Why does it do that? No, I don't want to scan it now. 4 4s. I don't think we've got any 4s. Let's have a look and see what we've got again. We have no 4s. I'm going to call a bluff.
You can't be serious.
So can you tell when I'm on mobile? You can definitely tell when I'm in a chat and I'm using my Bluetooth keyboard on my tablet, because there is no spell check.
Oh dear, I'm not terribly good at this.
Hola, ¿cómo le va?
On this
Okay.
matter, I tell no lies.
Right, what have we got here? 3 6s. Should we really screw them, or should we just bet on what we've got?
I'll bid.
He reckons 5 1s. Was there any 1s underneath our thing? 5 1s is a bit of a steep one. Call his bluff. be lying.
¿Qué tal, pues?
So there's only 4 in total.
I thought you were a better liar than this.
¿Estás listo para ver el cielo?
Does anyone know how to play the other game?
As the Lord is my witness.
They're going with 2 6s. I'll say there's 3 6s.
Here's my bid. You're a wily one, all right.
I'm afraid I detect an untruth.
You've only played this on Red Dead. I've got the phone app for it, but I haven't used it in years. So I can't remember all the ins and outs of it. It's so long. We'll give it a wee round, though. I'm not sure if we're winning or not.
Tú y yo.
Okay, last bid was 1 2. Well, they'll probably have a 1. Let's call them out for it straight away.
Nonsense.
He's got a 2.
Damn, this die is for you.
Señorita, ¿estás para comérselo?
Hey, right, what have we got? Oh no, it's me to start. For a second, I thought that was two 3s as well. Right, let's start from the bottom. Let's go for 1 2. He's saying there's 2 3s. And he's going for 3 1s. So I always thought you had to escalate it getting higher and higher each time. He says there's 3 1s. I'll look at the 3 3s. Probably wrong.
No digo mentiras.
Hola, ¿cómo
Ya
va?
verás. Howdy.
I think we've got no no zeros on in play.
Ya sabía que iba a perder esa ronda.
Buenas.
No miento. Digo la verdad.
So, odd numbers of dice. So you could say 2 6s. Could say oh, what have we got on this one there? So we've got 2 of those.
I'll make a bid.
We've got 1 3.
I don't know about you.
On this matter, I tell no lies.
Just effing him.
We got a joker here.
Sure, there's not that many dice left on the thing.
Oh dear, I'm not terribly good at this.
So he's still got 2 left, I think, there.
You can trust me on this. It's the truth.
1 5. What have we got? We've got 1 5.
Hola, ¿cómo te encuentras?
Let's see if he's lying. Nope.
I see the way he looks about wife.
That didn't go well.
Indeed. Hashtag blame Chrissy. Loser gets shot, isn't that the rules as well? Enter bid, right, what have we got? Two frees. So mean. But so true, Mr. Smith.
That deal almost ruined me.
Okay, how many more? Surely the guy at the back's gonna get shot first.
No es mentira. Es verdad.
Going for 2 frees.
You're a wily one, all right.
What have we got? Got no frees.
El chisme es para las mujeres.
What's that about cheese?
Ellos luchan para el mismo poder que el demonio ofreció al Señor.
Oh, he's 1 dice away from death. Call his bluff, Tracy. He calls for 1-6. What have we got? We've got 2 6s. But he says there's 1, we know there's more. Does that not mean that we will win? Two. Oh, we apparently lost. I hate to look into this one properly again. What have we got this time? He reckons 2 6s. We have 1 6. Maybe everyone's got a 6. So, I thought you were saying something there. If you only win if there are less. They win if there's more. I wasn't paying attention. Who lost that round? Did we? Probably lost that one by the looks of the number of dice in the middle of the table. Actually, have we only got the one? Oh, we've only got the 1 dice. Yeah, I'm going to go with 1-1. He's got 1 5, 2 5s in play. So he gets shot first. So it's between me and the big hat man. The incredibly thick big hat. Can you see how thick that texture, the model is on there? From like from how far it goes down to like how flat it is on the top. We're bidding that one. He reckons 2 5s. He could potentially have 2 5s. Oh, he does. Then we get shot. Get back to the mission. Oh, we need to choose the mission. Which set of initials do we want to go to? No, I was in the right menu. Okay, we have L, R, or D. Where would you like to go first? I'm going to set a course for here. Because by the time we get there, we'll have a decision. Call the horsey. Yes, I'm pleased there's not a hunger bar in this game. That's something that gets me in Len's Island. Those sorts of games where you have the hunger meter. So you seem to spend half your time sourcing food in the game rather than progressing in some of them. How often do we find ourselves like refilling the drink machine in Raft? And Chrissy picks LR. Evening, Mr. Oz.
8. 8.
What sort of mischief are you getting yourself up to? We are currently riding through the desert to our next mission. I should do. I put it on Discord the other day. We have now more quiz questions. Maybe it's when we're traveling between the large places. I should get a quiz card out and see if you can answer the questions. I have loads to choose from. I got I think there's like 500 Lord of the Rings, 500 Star Wars in those boxes. There's however many's in the Harry Potter triangle, plus the Harry Potter deck. Plus we still have the geography questions, the more or less questions, and whatever the other one is, because I can't see it because it's behind the other box from where I'm sitting. Oh, you got two arseholes that you banned. I need to update my banned phrases list. Because I added a few other things that bots are coming out with. The horse is called... Yeah, we can call our horsey Friday. What did... Didn't we have like an... Oh, maybe it was the first stream we did. Did we not give the horse a name, or was it a horse in a different game? I think JD came up with it, but I can't think what it was that he chose. If JD did it, my head's thinking JD did it. So it means it's probably something naughty, was it? Oh, did I miss the banning? Plus Harry Potter's what? We've got Harry Potter's triangle here. Yeah, this one here. It's Harry Potter's triangle. How many questions are in there? Plus I have another deck of Harry Potter ones, which were like 70p in Tesco's. I'd be useless at most of them. Actually, we've got Star Wars, we've got Lord of the Rings. That's like 1,000 questions in amongst there. Oh, that was right. The movie quiz box. That's the one that I couldn't see. We've got more geography questions. Oh. And then the more or less questions. What are you blaming me for?
Let's go.
Chrissy made me do it, JD. Hopefully next week, JD, as well, I'll get your parcel resent, since it landed back with me yesterday. It's at some point you'll get your Christmas present. That guy sounds like he's getting attacked by dogs. We best leave him to it. Yep. Yeah, don't blame JD. Yes, exactly. It's hashtag blame Chrissy. But no spoilers for everybody's special Christmas gift yet, though. Not until JD has it in his hands. I don't know whether or not to use a different courier. I might try. I'm debating whether or not to try UPS. I do have a business account with them that I haven't used for a long time. Yeah, CGD ordered it for me. He has a safe place to order it from. What does that symbol mean? And oh, night watch job. All right. We want the rickets job. We don't want rickets. We want dysentery. What are we betting we have to come here through the day? Yeah, we have to come here through the day. Is this the place where we bought the house, or was it a different town where we bought the house? I think it's around the back of here where we bought the place, wasn't it? Yeah, greenhouse means the one that we've purchased, yeah? Save game. There we go. Oh, we never looked to see what percentage of the game we'd done at the start of the stream.
No tengo nada. Gentlemen, I thank you. Oh, yeah. Hey, Mr. Marston. How you keeping, sir?
Just fine, thank you. And you?
Oh, very well, sir. Thank God my wife died. Unlucky in love, lucky in cars. Tarzan, champagne for everyone.
Keep playing, Mr. Ricketts.
Oh, I'm sorry, Herr Muller. I'll keep playing you in servitude for the rest of your life on Earth, if that makes you happy. Yes, I shall indeed, sir.
Well then, your deal.
Oh, Marston, would you like to join us?
I don't think so. I'm just gonna have a drink.
Oh, come on. Sit down. Sit down.
Okay, then. Gentlemen?
Hey.
Na mach schon!
Oh, we don't actually have to play the game, do we? Oh, no. Right, does anyone know how to play this game? Every round starts... oh, right, didn't give me a chance to read it. Person to... Oh.
As lucky as Mr. Ricketts here.
Well, we didn't get a chance to read any of the tutorials, so this is going to go well.
Not for me.
Forfeit all of your chips you have bet so far. I think we just forfeit each time.
German mines in all of Mexico.
Choose how much to bet and enter with it. Oh, for crying out, I didn't even get a chance to read the second line. We have 1,000 apparently. Last bet was 10. The pot is 15.
This is going to be a long game.
Right, look at cards. Now that doesn't mean anything to me. Chrissy says fold.
No, I'm out.
Get out of jail free. There was a girl at the hotel she started to teach me some of these games, but I'm going back now. What must be... what year would it have been?
If you're buying, Muller.
Was it either 2009 or 2010? I'm trying to remember what year she got sacked.
Prospecting for more silver soon.
She got sacked shortly after teaching me how to play the card games. That was the last time I ever played.
Let me see.
Okay, we still have a jack and a 2. And my external hard drive just disconnected and reconnected again. No, I don't wish to scan it now.
Are you sure you know how to play?
It's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it? Chrissy says fold.
That's enough for me.
Now I'll fold. Oh, well played, sir. Very well.
You fucking cheat!
Excuse me?
You fucking looked in my fucking cards, you fucking cheat!
Now, Herr Muller, let's calm down. There must be some mistake.
There's no mistake. Your Yankee friend here is a fucking cheat.
Easy there, Germany. Calm yourself down.
Oh, yeah, you know exactly what you did.
Yeah, I know exactly what I did, friend, which was nothing. Now, I'd prefer it if we could all play a friendly game and no one get hurt.
You planted this guy Ricketts.
Now, why would I do that? I've already beaten you. Now, calm down and let's finish the game.
There's no more cards game.
Ease up there, friend.
Well, this escalated quickly.
There must be a name for this.
An impasse, sir. An impasse. We could all die here and now.
I'm not fighting you, Ricketts, but the Yankee him I don't like.
He's done you no harm, Muller.
He's done me no good either. Outside, winner takes the pot.
The winner will take what he wants. The other man will be in no position to argue.
Sanchez will be my second.
As you wish, Germany. As you wish.
Oh, do we get a choice to slap him around, do we?
Walk with me, John. I want to make sure you know how this is going to work.
Oh, wrong button, wrong button.
A duel is all about timing. If you pull your gun too soon, you'll be less accurate. After you draw, pick your shots carefully, like I showed you. Once you've picked your marks, the rest, my friend, is in the hands of fate.
Come on, Yankee! I'm a busy man!
Remember what I told you.
I'll show you what happens to filthy cheats!
If you accept that, you'll press A to skip the tutorial. Might as well leave it in for a second. Do we still get to use the thingamajig? Yeah, I was going to say we get to use the Deadeye. How do I actually shoot? Have I missed something here? What? Oh, what button was I supposed to press to shoot?
Steady now, partner. Stay calm.
You should have stayed home, Yankee!
I press A to skip the tutorial. Yeah, we don't want to do that. To draw a weapon, use this one. Alternatively, pull back on... I thought we could just injure him. Shoot him in the knees.
Falling off a horse. Old Muller always did play his cards too early. Come
well, that didn't go well for him.
Your health.
I tried to see if we could shoot the gun out of his hand.
The man they call Marston, see? You like killing? Watch me cut her throat.
Nice friends you got here, Mr. Ricketts.
Tú y yo, Marston. Peleamos ahora, We fight now.
You better not miss, partner.
No, por favor.
Okay, so we've got to do the same again then.
Ayúdame, alguien.
They went back to their drink and the other body is still just lying there.
Come on, smoke these bastards up. I see you.
Right, let's just a health recharge for a second.
Give up on me now. Kill these bastards. What the hell? Are you gonna help me out here?
Apparently I had the wrong button pressed. Hashtag blame Chrissy.
What happens when you work for a German?
Oh, that almost looked like his head got taken straight off.
Well, I must say, you tourists certainly bring peace and prosperity to this land. Then again, I doubt Muller will be missed.
He wasn't much of a poker player.
Let's check his pockets. Yeah, you've been quite well behaved today, Chrissy.
Excuse me, mister.
Wait, before everyone else roaches through the pockets.
Guess I can sink this low.
It was a typo, a verbal typo.
I'm afraid I'm married.
Okay, we've got those there. Right, before we do anything else, because we've done 2 missions. We didn't check the... So it says we're on 33% completion, but I don't know what we were... We may have been on 31-ish at the end of the last stream. We'd have to check the very end of the stream. Actually, no, we'll check the end of the stream. Put that there. Pressing this button here. Clicking on this. Because he's behaved now, he's heard everything. I know it's a rare event. You know, the certain elements of the universe all align. Just put the lottery on. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put that at 2 times speed so that I can try and find... So I'm shooting some people here. This is the end of the stream. We're following some horses. Skip forward. Ah, bugger. I just had it on screen there and then my finger glitched. And then we came down here. Come on. Get into the save place. So we purchased the house for 200 quid. Then we went to save. Press save. Did I check the statistics? We were on... Come on. It was 30 point something. 30.6. Right, someone write that down. we started on 30.6, so we've done basically 3%-ish. Okay, I think we'll continue with the LR quest because he's here. The Mexican wagon train.
Hey, gringo.
Mr. Ricketts.
Come on in. Sit down and have yourself a drink.
Sure.
So we've got Mr. Ricketts.
Any word of Javier Escuela?
Where's Mr. Dysentery? Or is that his wife? Mrs. Dysentery.
We're old friends. We was kind of educated together.
So what is this, some kind of high school reunion sort of thing?
Something like that. Well, you've killed people. You lived the life.
That I have.
And I tried to stop. I mean, I don't know. I tried to go straight. I did. I left the gang after the gang left me. Left me to die after I'd been shot. They'd all gone crazy anyhow. Our old leader, fella you probably heard of. Anyway, he more or less lost his mind, went and shot a bunch of people unfair like. I got shot in a robbery. They left me, and I left them.
Well, that's how it goes.
That's how Red Dead 2 ends, is it?
Already had me a woman, got me a farm, then I got me more trouble.
Sure.
Been sent to track down the men I used to run with. Track them, kill them.
Well, if you don't, someone else will. There's no escape. Look at me, I spent 25...
Not quite CGD. As long as it doesn't end as bad as we all know how this game ends.
Be Messiah. We're relics. Come on, have yourself another drink and let's wallow in a little self-pity.
Sounds like a plan.
Your health.
Mr. Ricketts! Mr. Ricketts! Thank the Lord I have found you. And you, Mr. Marston.
Will you sit down? You all right?
I'm well, sir. But Allende is sending more men to the death. Prisoners who have not been tried. A prominent writer, Castilla, and a local official whose only crime was not putting the small holders on the street when they were late with taxes.
Writers and government officials. For once, I agree with Allende. Some men need to be killed.
Mr. Ricketts!
I was just joking. Where are they?
Out near Escalera.
Let's hang up our self-pity and go shoot ourselves some bad guys. You're gonna be all right.
Thank you. Both of you.
How many missions are there after you become the sun?
All right, here we go again.
Because I remember there were certain things for an Xbox achievement that I could only do after. I like do like a side quest or something like that that came up after
No rush. I'm sure they'll hold the extra.
after Marston got killed. Like you had like basically finish a quest that you started in like his time.
Luisa was pretty
It was so long I can't remember.
This war is getting dirtier by the day. People are being executed for just having an opinion.
Allende seems to have more enemies by the day.
Perhaps you would know. Rumor has it you've been making all kinds of new friends.
I don't pay much attention to rumors.
Just be careful, John. Keep jumping from one side of the fence to the other. You might just get impaled on it.
I have to find these two men. With respect, how I do it is no concern of yours.
Choose your tone wisely, partner. Remember who you're talking to.
How could I ever forget?
And who are you, John Marston? Apart from a rat feeding every other hand he can find, my name means something. All you've done is kill a few peasants, and the only real outlaw you've taken on dropped you like a bad habit.
Now, I politely ask you to watch your tone, Ricketts.
All I'm saying is, maybe there's a reason why people around here don't want to talk. Get up! You must miss your family.
It's the only thing that keeps me going.
You know, you remind me a lot of myself. How I used to be. Stubborn and angry.
You ain't changed all that much.
I always thought I'd lived a charmed life. I've known well... Look! It's an army convoy. I think I see the prisoners in those wagons. Come on!
Let me guess, we're going to shoot all these lot.
That first wagon.
That was nearly getting your head cut.
Oh, reload, reload, reload.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, no, you don't.
JD's death loop. Oh, even here, welcome in. It is really John's.
Let's go.
Ooh, was there an affair? I said it's been so long since I played. Oh, did we just shoot one of the prisoners there by mistake? Come on, come on, come on, reload already, reload. Right, catch up, catch up.
Go.
Hand them over or we'll kill you all.
Oh, this is going to go well, isn't it? For a second there, I thought we were going to end up going around the other way. Okay, we got that first wagon there. Can we shoot? Oh, we missed him. We missed him. Reload, reload, reload. Keep turning.
Excellent. No ammo.
All right, that was a technical issue then as well. If there's no no ammunition. Right, we're off there. What's that there?
Gotta take it now.
There was the fair in Red Dead 2. See, I haven't played Red Dead 2 yet, so I don't know any of the story for that one yet. That's why I was just asking before about the when he was just saying that, you know, the well, how do we get this? Oh, we're actually riding this. Oh, hang on, I'm getting there. That's what I was saying about the
Head for Ramita via bridge. We'll take them over the border.
oh, what the hell do you call it? Well, just when we had the cutscene before at the beginning of this mission, and he was saying that, you know, he left the gang when you know, after he got shot. And I was wondering if that was where Red Dead 2 ends, because it's supposed to be a prequel, from what I understand. I've only seen a few bits and bobs of it. I've watched like a few of the multiplayer bits. As I said a little while ago, I wouldn't mind playing GTA 5 single player again, because I played that on the 360 when it first came out. 100% it, of course. But I've never done the multiplayer on it at all. Actually, I've never done any Red Dead multiplayer for that matter as well. What was it there, JD? The death loops have started. Oh, hang on. I was too busy looking at chat. Oh, this is not going to go well, is it? Can we just... Oh, there was some TNT there. Let's just race for victory. Ooh. We need to start looting these bodies for ammunition.
Now, we'll handle it from here. I know you got other matters to attend to.
It's been nice riding with you, Mr. Ricketts.
And you too. You took me back to another time. Talk to Louisa. She'll help you, and she's well connected in that other land. I hope you find what you're looking for, Marston.
You know what I'm looking for.
If you say so, Marston. If you say so.
There we go. As always, I try best not to talk over the cutscenes. Let's see, what missions do we have available to us now? So the next one, it looks like we just have the D is available now. Yeah, that's really quite a ride. It wasn't like an autopilot. Will it stick to the road or will it go? No, I thought just maybe. You know, just like the autopilot when you're actually riding along with someone, doesn't it? So I was thinking I could grab one of the movie quiz cards whilst we were riding out, because that's the closest box. So whilst we're making this trek, what sort of chaos have you all got lined up for the weekend?
Could you help a poor, tired little girl?
Nope. Keep on riding. Oh, are they following us? Yeah, it looked like a trap. Wish the little the cowboy sat nav in the corner, it would tell you how many miles it is to the destination. Right, are we getting any closer? Nope, we're only halfway there. We've crossed into a new zone. That horse looked rather bony. Is this the bridge for the railway? Leave them to it. Are we getting any closer? Nope, still a little ways to go. The place that we're going to, though, was the place where the actual end mission was, wasn't it? For the Undead Nightmare? And there was like a temple-y thing or an excavation underneath that we had to go for the final bit. Okay, almost there. Right, what do these other symbols mean? What does the hand symbol mean? Oops. Okay, what we got here? 5-finger fillet. The general store. Oh, there's a gun store as well. We need ammunition.
Let's go.
So what sort of game is that other one then? Should we go and give it a bash? Once we've restocked that ammunition. Actually, what ammunition do we need? That's showing us. Wasn't it the Winchester that we were using? What's this bloke want? Hang on, he attacked us. That's not right. Oh, where's that going to restore us to? Would it go to the last save point, or will there be a checkpoint? We'll have to ask the boss. Oh, it's restored us all the way over here. Okay, how does the... Because we can get a coach, can't we, to take us to the places? How does that work? Because we haven't used it before. I don't remember... I don't remember from when... I find the bloody thing yet. I don't remember from when I played it, like, originally. Where is the thing? It's like an exclamation mark somewhere, isn't it? It's the other side of town. Of course it is. It costs money, and you can skip the travel. Yeah, we'll do that. I'm hoping that it goes to the waypoint we've set on the map. How much does it cost? Ride as passenger.
Tell me where I'm to go.
£24 to navigate to waypoint. That suits me.
Why don't you just pull that sombrero down and get some shut up?
Change seat. We just keep on doing that, and you'll think, what on earth is this guy doing in the back of this? In the back of this. Evening Frodo. Or Frodo. The typo that we'll never forget.
Where are you going? Don't you know we're not there?
We're close enough. Here we go.
What do you want, gringo? What are you doing here?
The waypoint said to come here.
My name's John Marston. Been sent here to retrieve a couple of men. Can I speak to your commander?
You want to talk to my boss, gringo?
I guess.
Because I'm not good enough for you?
No, sir.
Correct.
You think you're better than me? You come to my country, my poor little country, and you think you can be friends with the president?
No, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Things must have come out wrong. Maybe you can help me.
You'll be sorry, friend.
Well, this guy's a proper Karen, isn't he?
Relax, amigo, relax. How you?
Sure. Somewhere between a threatening stare and the soldier's armed to the teeth? Yeah. Yeah, you had me.
Welcome to Mexico, amigo! Let's come meet, drink, and then we'll talk. My name is Capitan
Will you tell him to get out there and get shoveling? We've got to get our money's worth out of him, I keep saying.
Terrible pain. The rebels have seized the people by the throat and destroy a way of life.
I'm no politician, sir.
And I am no soldier, a killer. But we are both beholding to our time. A brave man, perhaps you've heard of him. Coronel Allende. He's trying to preserve the order in our province. To keep our civilization alive. It is tough. The people are confused and usually swayed. Sometimes in the service of what is right, you gotta do terrible things. It breaks my heart.
I also am no moralist, sir.
I wish I enjoy your freedoms, Mr. Marston.
I'm trying to find a man, an American, an outlaw named Bill Williamson. I believe he came here to seek protection from another outlaw named Javier Escuela.
You're no moralist, but you hunt outlaws?
So it would seem. You heard anything of these men?
I am the government, or what is left of it. Outlaws seek each other. They're possibly hiding with thieves and killers who pose as freedom fighters in the hills around here. They're united under one traitor named Abraham Reyes.
Where could I find this Reyes?
If I knew, I would be there, hunting him with everything that is true within me. Reyes finds you.
Like cholera.
Or dysentery.
Something like that. But it's possible, though. My men are trying to lure him into a trap. Possibly you could ride with us. And if everything goes okay, I'm sure the Coronel will help you.
Okay.
¡Vámonos!
Are you going to ride with me?
Okay, are we riding in the cart? Is that why this is here? Oh no, our horse I think is parked over here. There we go.
Come on!
Have we got... Yes, we have. I was just making sure we had the right rifle selected.
We're headed to Chuparosa.
Where? Actually, can we see on the map and get an estimate of how far we have to travel? Oh, we're going all the way over here. It's always the same, isn't it? You pick up a quest from one spot.
I didn't know what to expect.
And then you've got to travel halfway across the map to the place where you're going to do the mission. Then you travel to the opposite side of the map again to pick up the next quest.
The army is suffering a crisis of reputation.
Even I've heard about the Colonel down here. He's not famous for his compassion.
This is the point. Have you met Coronel Allende? Do you know him? No. Like a papagayo? He just repeat lies you heard.
Maybe.
Allende is a good man, a strong man. He carries the weight of a million problems on his shoulders.
Am I supposed to pity him?
You gringos are so quick to judge. You love to talk badly of other people because it makes you feel better about yourselves. Maybe you should look in the mirror.
You're the one talking about this, and I ain't here to make judgment on the way of your government. I've got enough problems with my own right now.
This isn't America, Senor Marston. We are poor. Kindness must take a different form. What is better? To pull your arm around a hungry man, or to beat him until he grows some food to eat?
I think you need to answer that question yourself.
Who are these outlaws you hunt? This Billy, the cowboy, and his Mexican friend.
Bill Williamson's a fella I used to...
Were we supposed to ride in the cart?
You mean? You know these men?
We was friends once. Part of a past I can't seem to get rid of.
The past is all that's real, my friend. It cannot be erased. That is the problem with the people here. They spend too much time dreaming about imaginary futures.
I know I can't change the past, but I'm sure gonna do something about the future.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, amigo. My country is full of American criminals, mostly in the service of the rebel pigs. Mexico is an easy place for a man to lose himself, whether he wants to get lost or not.
Hopefully not too easy. I ain't got much time to find these men.
There must be a high price on their heads.
The highest price.
Can I ask how much?
I'm not getting paid. It's a long story. I'm being made to do this.
I will never understand you Americans.
I can't remember what the reasons were that he was being made to do it.
And we do not tolerate people who think they can run with their own. However, if you help us, we help you. No one hides from Coronel Allende for long.
Because it's those fellas from the beginning, like the opening bit, wasn't it? When you arrive with them, when you're walking through the town.
Don't the people have the right to stand up for themselves?
The right? The right. Don't you throw silly ideas at me. What do you know about the rights of the Mexican people?
Very little. I'm just saying there must be something behind this rebellion.
I'll tell you what's behind there, Senor Marston. Lies. Insidious lies. The peasants are stupid, and like cows, they can be herded. It only takes a few men to move many.
Maybe they've just had enough of being called stupid.
You're talking about things you don't understand.
If you ask me something, I'm gonna give you an answer.
Are you a revolutionary? Is that why you're here?
I was once, I suppose. In a twisted kind of way. Thought I could change something if I thought hard enough.
Change what?
I don't know. Maybe that was the problem.
Revolution is always selfish. There is nothing but greed and ego. Individuals putting their own needs above those of others. It is people fighting for change when they have no idea what change is.
If you're a poor man who's been beat down all his life, any change is gonna seem good.
What? You think that overthrowing the government is going to make a poor man rich?
If you're not helping them, it's only natural they're gonna look for someone else who will.
For a tired old revolutionary, you are very naive. What do you want us to do? Walk around giving out money to every poor person in Mexico?
What a terrible idea.
First, they need to look at why they're poor. Then they need to go out and do some work rather than sitting on their culos talking about freedom.
Who's this man we're looking for? The leader of the rebels?
Abraham Reyes, he's a traitor, a liar, a coward and a sinner, a hero who has done nothing. I have far more respect for the shit I looked this morning than I ever will for that pathetic worm.
That's a nice image.
He is from a rich family, a man born in a golden cradle, who pretends to fight for the poor. He's taking advantage of the ignorant and the weak-minded.
He must be telling the people something they want to hear.
Of course he is. All that bastard does is stand in a balcón giving speeches. It is easy to make promises you can never keep.
It takes more than a few promises to build an army.
Reyes wants power, nothing else. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. He's prepared to destroy everything my compatriots have fought and died for, just to hear people shout his name.
I think definitely we were supposed to be riding in this carriage with him.
Ready for what?
We will lure the rebels into a trap. There's a train leaving to Chuparosa soon. We're going to escort it. They will think it's a supply train. There are no supplies on it.
Very clever.
We must throw the rats out of their holes. Give them some bait they can refuse.
We're going to ride the train again?
Come on, the train is waiting. Get on your horse! You have to get to the train!
I thought we were going to get on the train at the station.
Follow me!
Come on!
Come on. I was already on my horse and you were standing there doing nothing.
Vamos! Stay with the train, senor! Come on!
Escort the train. It would be easier, I think, if we were going to defend it, if we were on it. Speaking of the trains, or rather a different train, when does the new Hogwarts game come out? I'm sure that's out soon. Just debating whether or not to pick it up.
Here they come! Open fire!
Oh, where are they? Oh, there I was hiding in the bushes. The other fella's on the other side. Yeah, there's a one coming out. I don't. Well, I said that it could be out already. I'm not 100% sure. Oh crikey! There'd be some explosions going off on the train. Hang on. It's got a bit screwy. Ah. We're still under attack?
They're coming from the south!
Can we get ahead of the train? Come on, horsey. Keep going. and there's another one on the other side. Oh, bugger, who put that wire station there? I think we got them. Oh, that horse just pushed us into the traffic. Who put that station there? Exactly, Chrissy. Oh, if the... Reload. Let's go. See that horse there? He's trying to push us into traffic. Are we the only one that's taken out these people? Come on. There we go. Can we go ahead and see if we can see anybody? I gotta take the opportunity to reload.
They're running away.
Did we win? Is this where we're going? Meet somebody or other in the some place or other. Okay, we'll go there.
So, todo bien, compadre? You did a good thing for Mexico today.
And of course, that's straight into the pub.
¡Los rebeldes están robando el tren!
Levántese, perezosos, que para que le estoy pagando. Marston, you're gonna have to do something.
What?
You have to go out there and stop the train before it crosses the bridge.
Yeah.
Todavía levántese. Usted también. Y allá atrás.
They're going to finish their drinks. Right, where's our horse? Oh, come back, horse. Indeed it is. But at least we know where it's going. Come on. Oh, we could have been a little bit more caught up if the... If the horse hadn't decided that it wasn't going to play. It must have wanted to stay in the pub as well. Can we get on board? Is that what we're going to do here? No, we can't. I was hoping we could climb on board or something. It's just the one more. Get alongside the train and jump onto it. Oh, apparently we can. Is there a particular button for jumping on it, or have we got to be on the engine? I think there was one barrel you missed. Is that the ones that are popping up yesterday? Right. What? Okay, Marston just decided that he'd had enough. Decided he was getting down off the horse. It must be the engine we must have to go. Quick stop the train, time is running out. Oh, cursed time trials. JD doing his death loop dance. Oh no, there, sorry, it was press blue. Technically, I stopped the train, or the train has become stopped.
Oh, shit.
You tried from last checkpoint. Hashtag indeed, crash I blame Chrissy. Right, now, Horsey, don't run away from us this time. It's trying to get into the pub. It's determined it wants to get into the pub.
I need to get out of here.
Whoa, where you going? Where you going? Okay, there's 3 more to go. 2 on the flatbed and 1 on the roof. Let's get up to the engine. Whee! Now, we were nowhere near there. How could it have taken them that long to find the handle? Because we jumped on that. It was barely out of the platform. Did Marston take a nap? Did the tequila finally catch up with him? We haven't got much money. How do we make money in this game? Okay, you have the choice of L or D. I'll set a course for here whilst we decide. It looks like we're walking. The horse is unable to find you. You must move to a more open area. We're walking, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Come along, you drunken horse. So we're going for the L or we're going for the D? Not the worst for the walking simulators. I'm gonna go L. Okay. Let's... Where was it? Oh, there it is, there it is. Oh, just once we've got the menus open. 35.2. Now, can I remember what percentage we were from last week? Because no one wrote it down. going for the D, Dr. Ravenholm 2023. That's the sort of thing we say for the CGDs on incognito mode. Why do I get the feeling that I made a big mistake by going away from the road? Thinking I can go in a straight line. That looks like a cliff. Maybe a cliff on all sides. Yeah. Now, if this was Skyrim, we could probably climb down.
Easy.
On the horse. Or the horse doesn't want to go over the edge. Come on, horse. Just turn. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll spawn you back in. Nope. The horse does not want to go. That's a nice view, though, isn't it? Ooh, there's a waterfall over there. No, the horse doesn't even want to go down that step. Okay, stick to the road. How are we for ammunition? We've got 61 in the Winchester, that's alright. I wonder if we should just maybe try the next combat encounter using the gun. Which I seem to have had just more success though. Using that of a rifle. What is with these horses ramming into us? Is this like the Call of the Wild's Revenge? There's one thing when Easy and I are playing Call of the Wild, he's forever getting trampled by every animal going. If there's a stampede going, it's stampeding over Easy, and you see it in the the thing on the bottom of the screen that Easy Guy's been like knocked out by whichever animal it is that's crushed him this week, and yet when I play. They just wander past. That they're not fussed. Now in this game, all the horses are ramming us. Shall we try and we'll do a side quest? Out of range.
Sorry about this.
How does this work? Do I have to keep holding the trigger button down? There we go, time up.
Calm down. You'll be all right.
Okay, carry victim. Now, it would be more time effective to walk him. Hang on, who's that guy there in the red?
Where do you think you're going?
Well, that thing about putting him on the back of the horse isn't pretty much not a problem anymore. The horse is buggered off anyway. It's almost like he's tippy-toeing. I hope this is the cart where we're taking him. Just lay them out on the track.
This fella's seen the error of his ways.
Gracias, señor. These men will never see daylight again.
Anything to help, partner.
Oh, what the hell did he just shoot us? Oh. Now we're going to collect the feathers. Flags? What flags? What are you talking about? I really want to do Assassin's Creed 2 again, just on a side note. So many games. Which ones are we going to pick next? What's that? Apparently, Wizards of the Coast has surrendered, and the original is the one nobody going for. Oh yeah, it's been an absolute catastrophe for them, hasn't it? These past 3 weeks. Here's right. I've got PDF versions of absolutely tons of their actual books, but I really want the physical ones. But with all this that's going on, I don't want to put any more money into their pockets because they're a bunch of arseholes. Surprised we didn't loot the bodies. Well, we looted the feathers though. Oh, I really want to play Assassin's Creed 2 again. One thing as well, just thinking of new games. Well, old games, but new to stream. Monday, we are starting Star Trek Voyager Elite Force, which is a really good first-person shooter game in the Star Trek Voyager part of the universe. I think there's only one bit that I'm going to have to censor. And luckily, it's right at the beginning. Just got to skip the intro music, basically. But I did a little test the other day because it is a really awkward one to get running. I did chuck a video on the Discord last week, I think. This is RPG night, technically what this is classed as. So what games have we got on the RPGs? Because we did decide ages ago what we were going to do after this, or the kind of choices we were going to make after this. Let's click on the schedule thing, because that picture is on the top of the schedule thing. So let's see, in the world of RPGs, the ones that we were kind of looking at were either Fallout New Vegas, Mass Effect 2, The Witcher 2. There's also a possibility of Watch Dogs 1. I do have Watch Dogs 1 and 2. I have only played an hour of Watch Dogs 2. But I played a lot. I played all the way through Watch Dogs 1. I just realised I've spelt it wrong on the thing as well, so that's going to be a fun one. And Fable as well, you see. We'll have to do a poll and decide which one should we do first. Because they made like a remake of the first Fable as well, the anniversary one. I think it's a remake of the first one. And I haven't seen that one. And I remember so little. I only remember like little tiny bits really of the very first Fable game. 2 and 3 I played probably a lot more. I also played Fable The Journey, which was a Kinect game that was a catastrophe. Because the Kinect sensor just didn't work. You try and like wiggle your arms around to try and cast spells and nothing's happening. Like the Penguins of Madagascar Kinect game, I played through the entire game. It worked perfectly, doing the thing, and then I wanted to play through it again on like the hard mode so that I could get the final Xbox achievement. Not one movement I made would register. Tried rebooting the Xbox, everything, but just nothing I did would register. Even though I was doing the exact same thing as what I'd previously done, it wouldn't register it. But then I found out in the Penguins of Madagascar Kinect game, you don't actually have to do anything. You can just stand still and it'll automatically just complete the game for you. You just have to stand there for a few hours. Maybe you can find them on eBay. That way you don't give. I could get them second hand. As I've got all the PDFs of them and absolutely tons and tons of the other books that I got from a disreputable website. Ooh, how do I get off the horse again? Is this the person that the other fella told us to go and visit?
Señor Marston, mamá, papá, este es el gringo que me salvó.
Muchas gracias. My family's indebted to you. Forgive my English.
What's happening?
Great and terrible things. The revolution is coming. The country will be in turmoil once more. This time, we hope it's the last time.
Does that seem likely?
With Abraham Reyes, anything is possible.
Where's your family going?
My parents and my brother are headed to the hills. My sister has to flee. The army have an unfortunate way of treating women.
And you?
Don't worry about me, Mr. Marston. I'm living in history. I'm not afraid to die.
Your nobility's almost as affecting as your naivete.
I would rather be dead than a cynic like you, Mr. Marston.
I would too.
I know you're not really like that. You saved me.
Luisa, ¿quién va a salvar a Miranda? Tenemos que llevar al puerto. Su barco sale al anochecer. No queda tiempo.
Mr. Marston, can I ask one more favor of you? Can you take my sister to the docks? We are sending her to work for
Escort quest.
She's too young for revolution.
Okay. Anything I can do to help out?
The boat leaves at sundown. Miranda, vamos.
Oh, adiós, Miranda. Ten cuidado. Adiós. Te amo. My brother has given us his stagecoach. They are good horses.
Oh, great. We are even on the clock as well. Oh, no. Bloody time trials. But yeah, going back to before the cutscene there.
I will show you the way.
Oh, no. Oh, but... JD. Oh, was it there's a lot of talk as well about another one that does like a similar game. Is it Pathfinder or Pathfinders?
Let's go before I change my mind.
Yep, that failed quickly. I was looking into having a little spy at that. I've got a stack of these different like story ones that I really want to torture you guys with at some stage, because we have Vason as well. I've got all the books for that one. We have the Stargate one, which was the one that was on the Kickstarter. Serenity as well. I've got the Serenity RPG books as well. I've had those for about 15 years.
Te conozco. Eres un pinche rebelde.
I don't,
Hurry! We have to get to the dock.
oh yeah, our rifle is way better.
Things ain't looking bueno.
Probably should have just trampled these lot anyway. Let's just change to our rifle because the pistol sucks.
That wagon is going straight towards the soldiers. Take a left here. Stay away from them. This is a very bad idea. How can they do this?
Just keep running away. But as well, I know I spoke with Royal T about the kitten one as well, which we all 100% have to play the kitten game, and the Trash Panda game as well that we've got.
Look, senor, more soldiers. Head right. Head right.
Could she not have piloted the horses so that we could do the shooting? Ah, come on.
Go this block now. Go through it. Go!
Right, down here.
More of them near the train tracks. Head right. We will get back to the main road. Go! Go! They will kill us!
Oh, come on, come on, come on.
You have to lose them, senor. We must not reveal the location of the boat.
I think a boat is going to be fairly obvious. And if we're going in, it's just a bloody dinghy in the water. She could swim across. Where exactly are we going? Oh, she's taking us all over the bloody place. Can we just, if she wants to go that way, can we just go that way?
Straight ahead. Quick, take this left.
No.
No, what's the man?
She's obviously a crap navigator.
Get rid of them! We're so close!
Okay, oh, turn here. Knock down a cactus. Hang on, wasn't there supposed to be a road here?
Over there! They are still here!
Where? Hang on, do I have to park up somewhere here?
Adios! We made it in time! Thank you for everything. Will I see you when I return?
No.
Not likely. I ain't planning on staying very long.
In some other life, then.
It's a dinghy.
Maybe. You should get going.
A dinghy with a schedule. She could swim that. Oh, is that a save point? Can we save here? That's a good idea. Looks like it's sunset anyway. It's like you've got to get the right pixel before you can... Was it the fame and honour for killing all the police? But killing all the police. The reason I was talking about GTA 5 earlier on is, well, one, I know we've mentioned it a few times before, but it's in the sale, and it was £12 on Steam. So 100 gigabytes later. Downloaded it yesterday when we were out. Oh, do you want to go to the L or the D? Is it the L or is it the D for Chrissy? But I fired it up last night, got through the prologue, and just went for a little bit of a drive. Chrissy wants the D. Try going in a straight line as best we can. I'm sure it'll snap to a road shortly.
Whoa.
There we go. For the cowboy sat nav. Let's have a look at the stars. D for daddy. Oh, thinking of which, this afternoon I came up with another one for CGD. And then when the stream started, it just went completely from my mind. I still think your D should be donuts, though. But it wasn't like a naughty one, it was actually a really, really good one. I need to start writing it down. Just immediately post it to Discord somewhere when I come up with... I'll have to make a new section. Oh, can we buy that house? That could be handy. If an opportunity comes and we've got the cash, we should really start buying all the places around the map. 150 quid. I'll take it. Where's the bed? There it is. Why is that? Oh, see, why is there a red stripe? But it's the sat nav thing. Hang on, how far down the hill did we park? Run, Marsden. Headshot. Oh, look at the size of that one. It was a headshot though, so we'll not get a diamond on it. We destroyed the trophy organ. Apparently we can't even pick it up. We can't loot its precious feathers. Oh, there we go. Can we just go in? Can.
Eres llorón, maricón. Me das asco. Hablas lealtad, pero eres transparente. Estarás aplaudiendo cuando mi cabeza está pelado, ¿verdad?
No, mi excelencia. Mis hombres y yo estamos trabajando noche y día por su honor.
¿Honor? ¿Qué eres, un muchacho? Jovencito sin vergüenza. ¿Qué diablo es este cabrón?
That's the man who helped us defeat Reyes. The man I spoke to you of. A friend of Mexico.
Hello, sir.
Hola, gringo. So you are the bounty hunter, huh? Have you found your prey yet?
No,
what does that word mean that they keep saying?
Perhaps you come to hunt me, huh? Your country loves to make trouble in mine.
Perhaps, but it isn't so.
Perhaps I should tie you to a horse and let it drag you around town. Or let the dogs fight you, huh? Then see what you say.
I'd say the same thing. I'm here to bring two men to justice. Nothing more. Your politics or ideas of entertainment are not my concern.
Yeah, I suppose not. Pero son tuyos. Sinceramente, espero que me encontraste alguna compañía más interesante que esa bruja que me traíste anoche.
Let me ask you this, sir. Do you know anything of the men I'm looking for?
Escuela is from this province. His father was a borracho, a drunk who worked as a laborer on land cultivated by my uncle. Men like that are natural allies for Reyes. My people have lived and worked here for 100 years. We brought civilization. And these people, these fucking monkeys, despise us. We brought them God! And they turned their back on him. Now I fight to help them from themselves, to save them from themselves. I see in their faces that they would kill me if they could. They see only a tyrant. That is the way it is. These people need a ruler.
Well, sorry to hear that.
Sorry? Why be sorry? It is a way of mankind. A fight between two forces. Que será, será. What will be, will be. But I know one thing, Senor Marston. Force, force, must be used if you're to have your own way.
I'm sure.
Now, perhaps you can do me a favor while I find these men for you.
After we find the men, then I'll help in any way I can.
You are in no position to negotiate. Now, por favor, a bunch of these idiots men are fighting at Tesoro Azul. Now you head there and you lend your support. Baboso, ¿cuántas veces voy a decirte? No ponga detrás de mí. ¿Qué eres, cabrón? No está mi sombra. Vaya.
Follow me. We must hurry.
Okay, where are we going?
Come on.
How many miles is he going to make us go this time? So we're on kind of like the west side of the map.
I finally met your great leader. certainly lives up to his reputation.
What would you know about leadership?
Only that most kids...
So what do you reckon that we're going to be going all the way to the other side?
When you have never had it yourself. Maybe it is because you have never been in the presence of a strong man before. I have seen the pictures of your country in the newspapers. Men breeding and decorating themselves like women. Vanity is the legacy the British left behind.
Look, I don't know the fella. Just saying. That's how he treats his own men.
Coronel Allende controls any situation he's in because he knows that situation can never be allowed to control him. It is what a leader must do. And in case you had not noticed, we're fighting a war. We're all under a lot of pressure.
Pressure to find young girls?
The Coronel needs recreation like everyone else. He does not have time to court women. He's waging a war on ignorance. And is impatient for victory. He's trying to inspire wisdom in those more stupid than himself. Our men left some time ago. We're already late. Come on, let's see if you can ride. Can you go any faster?
Let's go.
Okay, here we go.
You're bien too kind on that horse.
Yeah.
Right, let's just see how far we're actually going to be travelling here. Or can we take a shortcut? Nope, it went wrong. Yeah, it went very wrong. Okay. Come on, horse. Oh no.
I sent some men ahead. We will meet them there.
Oh, all the way back here. All because we took a wrong corner.
Come on.
Alright, let's catch up with him again. Even in his shortcuts.
We must hurry. You Americans think you can ride? Do you? Come on. I will race you there.
Let's go.
Come on. You can do better than that.
Right, now that we know where the waypoint is there any way that we could take a shortcut? No, see, that's the mistake you see we made before. We turned into one of those by mistake. No, this probably is the quickest route. Okay, let's go. Evening, it's the Maddie, and welcome in there, mate. What sort of mischief are you up to? We're continuing our Red Dead playthrough this evening. Can we shoot this guy's horse? That'll slow him down. Right, take the correct corner. There we go. Into the correct Death Valley this time. Oh no, he's overtaken. He's overtaken. Can we run him off the road? That'll probably fail the mission though.
Close to the Tesoro Azul now. If my men are dead, the rebels will all die. If you're alive, they have failed me, and the rebels will all die.
So,
oh, what the hell just happened there? Oh, the camera went all weird.
Shown that we will not tolerate the rebellion any longer. They're animals. We will slaughter them accordingly.
Oh, is this where we're going? Ah, here we go.
¿Por qué tardaste tanto? ¿Y quién es este gringo? Usted un favor. Cada hombre ayuda.
Zilt's behaving tonight. You've been a naughty boy. It's that Chrissy. He's such a bad influence on us all. Search the town for... We're going to get into the middle of the town. They're all going to jump out of the haystacks, aren't they? Or maybe it's just immediately out of every bit of cover around. Oh, what was it to get into cover? Ah, irrelevant now. We'd be dead anyway. Okay, this time let's not run all the way in. Let's try and figure out where that is the button that I was looking for. The hiding button. Right, is there many more left? There's still somebody down there according to the radar. Right, let's give it a quick reload though. Can we just wait here and they'll come out and see us? Oh, there's actually a whole more stack of them that have just spawned in. I mean, it's only a small place. There can't be that many of them hiding in here, can there? Apparently there can. Let's give it a second maybe for our health to regenerate. I thought this rifle was good just before. Reload. What's there? Not sure I should answer that one. He's definitely been up to no good.
All this just to get women for a Linde?
No, that's just a bonus. This village is riddled with rebels. Make sure they don't have homes to come back to. There are fire bottles over there. Use them to burn down some of these houses.
And what makes you think I'd do that?
You want to find Javier Escuela, don't you? John, you're helping Mexico. Vámonos, muchachos. Buen trabajo.
Yo me quedo aquí para vigilar el gringo, Capitán de Santa. Get the fire bottles.
Okay, we have to go and start some fires. Take fire bottle.
Down! Burn it down to the ground.
Oh, right, yeah, I think we're going to go do this, haven't we?
We're not leaving until you finish it.
Whee!
Now, the next one.
See, even Ada knows you're up to no good. Is that all of them?
Isn't that beautiful?
You really are pathetic.
You need to relax. Come back to the villa and sample some of the new girls before they spoil.
Oh, thinking about that. And bouncy. Right, you know what I've said before. But back to Grand Theft Auto again. Ada knows nothing. Ada knows everything. Exclamation mark profile to see what Ada knows about you, it's the Manny. Right, well, as I said, last night I fired up GTA on the after the bloody 100 gigabyte download, and I was sharing my screen. I was chatting with Easy Guy, and the first thing he says, "Is there a strip club?" And I had to go and find where there's a strip club in GTA 5, and go to it because he wanted to see the bouncies. Dirty old man. Any more bodies? There were some bodies, but the other bodies were in the fire, and I don't really fancy going into the fire. Oh, actually, can we? Was there any more bottles? Can we steal the bottles? Because we might as well restock if that's an option. Nope. They're decorative. Right, let's head out of here, and then we will take a little look at... Actually, first of all, look at the map. Where are we? Right, I'm going to set a course for here. Because it's green. Summon the horse. Well, that's just logical. Yep. Straight in for the bouncies. And I don't remember... for when I played it on the 360, I don't remember when you, it being like completely topless when you went for the private dances. Unless that's just something in the new one, but I don't remember that in the 360 one. It has been a long time. When did GTA 5 come out? I took a month off work when that came out. Seems like when Mass Effect 3 came out, I took a month off work. When whichever one of the Gears of War ones that came out, I took I took 2 weeks off work on that occasion. So I remember I had to do a shift the day that the Gears of War like special edition, whichever one, I must have been Gears 3, came, and oh, jump off there. And I remember like all morning at the hotel, saying to them, "Can I go back home and play Gears of War now? Can I go home and play Gears of War now?" And the manager was like, "No." Evening easy, we were just talking about you. What have we got on here? Does the train go between both? Yeah, it does go between both sides, doesn't it? Is there an actual full route for it to do like a full loop? Ah, look, right, there's a bridge there. And is there another railway bridge at the other side, or is that the one that got blown up? Ah, look there, yeah, so it can do a full loop of the entire map. We should maybe sit on it and ride it. Press some buttons here for a moment. Pressing more buttons. But everyone... Oh, did I save that there? I'll go back and I'll try it again. Because that, everybody, is where we're going to leave it this evening. Pause the game. And I'll slide over to here. Oh, you're heading off to bed there. In any case, Chrissy, bear with me for just a few more seconds, and we'll jump over and we'll say hello to somebody. But once again, everybody, thank you so much for coming out tonight and continuing our Red Dead. Oh, hang on. Before, I just need a stat list. 37.7. Right, I'm going to press some buttons here. It'll technically double up my screens. Right, 37.7. Now I'm going to press this button, followed by this button again. By that button again. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we're going to go and have a look and see who is online that we can go and harass. Tell you what, let's just do a bit of extra Red Dead. Okay, we're going to jump over here. So, once again, thank you all for coming along. We will continue next week. Tomorrow... actually, we'll change the plan. We're going to click on this one instead. Tomorrow, we're going to finish the... Oh, what the hell do you call it again? Oh, what the hell is it called again? Plague Tale. We're finishing Plague Tale tomorrow. That's the one. And then... Satisfactory on Sunday. Yeah, that's the one. Totally mixed up today. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining me today. If you are enjoying our journey and would like to see more, then please rate, comment, favourite and subscribe in whichever manner your chosen platform allows. If you are joining us on Twitch, Mixer or YouTube, where we have loads more for you to watch, from our live streams to all our episodes across our various series. You can also drop by and say hi over on Discord, where we chat about everything from Minecraft to books and movies to tabletop games. But most importantly, thank you very much for watching and have a lovely day.